How many of y'all, let me enunciate something that I'm working on, the acoustics in my bathroom. Excuse me. How many of y'all actually plan? You sit there in your mirror, you talk to yourself, or you talk to your spouse from the other side of the room. You try and plan ways to save the world. Now, your world could be so small, it could just be you and your family, because that's where we all start. We want to figure out how we survive. What's next on the plan? What can we do to bridge the gap? What can we do in these times of struggle, these times of strife? Now, really, we can move forward in life and progress. We get our way over the hill. I'm back in the darkness for a minute. I'm sorry. Let me turn some light on for you. Now, I apologize. I'm in my Adam right now. I am living in Adam. We're starting fresh. We're starting new today. It's Monday morning. A little late for a start. I'd rather get up around 4:30, 5 o'clock, get a good workout in. But my body's been tired. I've been going through some warfare, reality and spirituality. Now, I'm thankful on the peaceful end of the reality because I don't have to go into courtrooms 1,000 times a day. I don't have to fight and argue with the ex-wife about my kids. No, she's taking good care of them. Her father and her mother are doing their best, and I honor them to be there. But a father's love is everything, and I need to be there for my children. And I'm working on it, but I can't do it behind the 8 ball. I learned that as a medic. You jump in to the swing of things the moment you get there, and you're like, how do I control the situation? That's me on scene. I'm the one. Doesn't matter if my chief's right there, because I'm going to run to him. And he's going to say, go do this. Or half the time, he knows I'm going to go do the right thing. And he lets me take the call. And I put him in the position where he gets to lead from a distance. That's working with God the Father. God the Son is here on earth. And I'm right here. In my own upper room, in my bathroom, butt-ass naked. I apologize. Don't look at it. It's not impressive. But what we're here to do today, because half the time our plans don't make it past the bathroom door threshold, they get shut down before we even make it out the kitchen door. But don't forget your lunch. Thank you, honey. I think I'm past trying to find true love as hard as I should be trying to find success. Success doesn't just come to you. You have to work hard for it. You can dwell and live off of government entities, and you can ask them for help as much as you want, and then you can sit and you can wait. Because what do you do while you wait? You either take the couch, put the TV on, go enjoy the beach, spend time with your kids, which is the ideal thing to do. Right now is the time to go ahead and, Brother James, right now is the time to go ahead, lift up a little bit of a prayer to God and say, God, is it real? Is it true that this man is willing to put his life on the line for us here on this country soil, while all the men and women out there are putting their lives on the line overseas for a fight and a battle that isn't ours to win? The days of divide and conquer are over. I'm taking border walls down. Jericho walls are going down. Now I need to figure out how to become the governor's aide. That's what Joseph was. He was the governor's aide. He was the one with the visions and the dreams. And I got a freaking Technicolor dream coat and a half. Now I need to know how to bring it to the table. Got to go to the table. But I don't want to be the head of the seat yet. I got a few more years of learning. Now I go to father to learn something. I went to a father here who's administratively smart. He's a tax collector in his own way. And I also recognize how he is God here on earth as the Father, but he's never been a father. No, he's my Abba Father. And that day may come where I could have valid paperwork. Right now, in our eyes, it's a friendship, it's a partnership, it's a business. It's being under his roof, his home. He's opened his doors to me. He's one man who pays me. I go and do a property management in a way. I do the maintenance. He calls me, he tells me, you go, I do. It's life, right? But in the midst of it, he doesn't want to be the full forefront. No, he sees me as always as Fireman Joe. Recently, I've been able to understand that Fireman Joe isn't necessarily a firefighter. I'm just a man on fire, and he knows because it's been gifted. It's in the will. And I can't steer away from this will of God. I cannot, I'm not allowed to. So if I go and put myself into an entity of that idea of slavery, it isn't. I can't go against my father, who is my guardian, but doesn't want to be. But he knows, because he's frustrated, because he's like, damn it, really, God? He was prayed over. He was the vessel chosen to be my father. Well endowed, well respected. I fear him. I do. I fear him. That's the God I fear. I don't fear this God. I mean, I fear him. I respect him, but I'm not afraid of him. I'm afraid of my other father. I'm afraid of, let's call him true God. The one who is of the spiritual realm. The one who sees what I see, but he's just waiting for me to come home. And he's very diligent. You know, he's the type that would sit in his throne chair and he wouldn't say a word. He'd let me speak, and I could speak myself into a hole. I could speak myself into the bottomless pit. But I feel that God above is not going to allow that to happen, because we're at the moment. I have some historical homes to go for. Our government has gone in eminent domain and taken a lot of homes at the affect of God, because these are homes that need to be in the lineup. They need to be restored, not knocked down. Now, many of them, if the foundation is not repairable, but granted, we could always jack a house up and repair a foundation. I know a guy who's done it anyways, under my feet. This house was 8 inches out. It was built on farmland. I got 11 feet of loom below me. So when he lifted the house up and put a new footing and foundation underneath it, that let me know that this man is structurally sound. And I got another father who understands where I'm going. It's just I have to go by the timing of that guy in order to make it all come about. I'm on an X, Y, and a Z axis in the planes of mathematical geometry. I just threw everybody off because y'all are still trying to figure out Common Core math. Slope intervals. We live our life based off of it. There's people making money off of the ups and downs. Stock market, cryptocurrency. But you know what's bad with cryptocurrency is that it's destroying the elements of our world. There's less than 1%. Yeah, go ahead and raise the volume on me so that they can't hear the truth, enemy. Our world will implode. More natural disasters are going to happen. You've heard the thunder in our area. You've seen it in the regions. You've seen 32 tornadoes touch down. I apologize. 32 years of my life really pissed me off not knowing. And I put a whirlwind of fire. So in all honesty, I kind of owe it to the Bible Belt to go down there with my construction company and hire on people who can't find jobs or work for bosses who are complete assholes. I want to be respectful. I want to give people that opportunity. I want their help. I want to help lift them up from their own ashes. And you rebuild your lives on your own with the help of God. A guide, as a guidance counselor. So here I am. Who needs a degree? Somebody actually threw that at my face the other day. He said, "You don't need one." I'm like, wait a minute, hold on. You're not. I was in jail and I had the professor of divinity sit there, go ahead and tell me you can go to Harvard. And I'm like, hold on, if I back up too much, you might see my cock. Sorry, roosters aren't crowing today. It ain't happening. No way. But she said that. She's like, you. And then I had another man, Jack, he sat there and he told me, he's like, there is no seminary for you. It was like my heart melted in him. I was like, you bless your soul, God. Bless your soul. I had that moment. I'm thankful for the life that I have. I'm thankful, I am, but I have to be proactive. I can't fall into the depths of hell. No, I got to be proactive, and I'm looking for assistance. I'm looking for help. I'm not looking for handouts. Hell no. Furthest person from looking for a handout. I have to earn it. When I was a kid, I got free lunches in school, but you know who went down to pick up the lunch to bring it up to the classroom? Me. And I always volunteered to do so because it was just a guilt thing. I witnessed and watched my mother feed off of the government and be stuck in her limitations. And then she got stuck into the mindset of, well, she was depressed and she couldn't do anything more than what she was, what they were willing to let her, and she let that trap. She fell into the Fowler's snare. And she went towards the medication. She went to the doctors who said, this is probably better for you. Maybe this will help you out of your nightmares. This will help you with dreams. God was just giving her dreams to follow forward with, and she decided to give into the side of the government. You see, she went separation of church and state, right? The church was always there for me in my life. I started out in a Baptist church. I was christened, but then, growing up, I was a pioneer in a Baptist church. I was, right up the street. It was beautiful. And I got to listen to the hymns and the music that was right there for me, speaking to me. Now I wonder how many of you feel like he's speaking to you. I hope so. I know God's in everybody, so I hope that, you're all feeling the same way. I feel that you see that joy and that love and that hope that's there. Now we have faith and we have love in life, don't we? But we've all lost a little bit of hope in society and those around us. And we got all these activists out there, and great, more power to you. Good job. But you're kind of limiting, and you're judging. JT's on. Say something, but you're judging. And the judgmenters and the haters, it's time to stop, find love, and to be there to help people. Instead of yelling in someone's face, say, what's the concern? Voice your opinion softly, quieter. Oh, here's the gentle conversation. 8 years ago, I was in this whole mirrors thing. Justin's been queuing me up just to speak, just to show you who I am. I pledged allegiance not only to my flag, but to the nations all around, under God, one God, that God above me, and now the God within me. 34 years of my life, I never died, and I went through the tomb, I went through the battle. I told you guys a descriptive explanation of what it was like carrying that damn cross up Calvary Hill, getting my ass beat by 3 freaking soldiers who just had no idea. One of them I put his ear back on, and he broke my feet. He broke my feet in his way of saying this will not hurt. He did it in a way where it'll benefit me. The sincerity in his voice and his heart, the pain that he had to have to go through murdering somebody that he didn't want to murder, and he couldn't justify it to his high priest, to his king. The divinity of what has happened. Everyone knew it. You can't just cut someone's ear off and put it back on. Ask Van Gogh. He tried, like an idiot, for love. For love. This soldier, Maximus, loved me so much that he decided to beat me less. But he broke my feet. He bounded them, put them together, and slammed a nail through them. I think the moment he hit the nail through, he felt relief. He felt that relief as soon as he was able to pound that. He couldn't even come from my hands. He left those to the other 2 guys, but he directed them. He said, don't hit him in the wrist. Many of you believe I took it to the wrist. It was my hands. And they gripped on to the metatarsals, right through the bone. I still have that sharp pain in my spine. 2,000 years ago feels like 2 days. 2 years feels like 2,000 years. I was persecuted on November 18th, 2018. The incident of the matter was November 15th. When I told her that I wanted to kill myself, that I was seeing myself hanging from a tree. I was already going through my persecution before it happened. God placed it upon me. But I didn't have to die physically, no. I died spiritually. To make this moment happen. 3.5 years later. Now we're sitting around day 946 or 7. I don't keep a solid everyday count. I ain't that critical. No, the care is there. to say nothing at all. Now, he told me, you gotta be careful who you speak to, because there are those wolves in sheep clothing that are gonna take what you say and twist it. And they're gonna ask you, how is it possible for you to be the Savior? How is it possible? Well, that's not for me to say. That's for you to discern through God. So are we equally yoked? Because I'm not looking for the one person who's equally yoked for me. I'm looking for the world to be equally yoked with me. And that's everybody out there in the nations, upon nations. Now I got members, I got men and women who see me in other nations who want me to be there as their bride, their groom, to be able to help them in their missions. Now, one big one that I know is going to be a hard one to tackle is the trafficking. The trafficking of people to and from on the negative platform. The ownership over those. The slavery. Now everyone deserves to be an independent. And I love this. I just found my charger. What's funny is this charger does not work. I don't know what happened to it. But that took me off my tangent. I gave you enough information for now, and I'll give it some time. 16 minutes deep. I really hope the right person sees this. These are not pitches. These are valid points. I am your Savior. I'm your Lord. I'm your Lord of Lords, King of Kings. And it's hard to see. Do I really have to put a crown on my head? I'm not holier than thou. The church thinks they are. But that's okay. I have a very blessed union. And he blessed the rings that I have to give to my queen when she comes out of her woodwork, wherever she is. Because in all honesty, my heart likes to play tricks on me. But I passed up all of my sins, and lust is gone. I don't even have a thought. Those fruits they're over. No. Now, ironically, God said it, so that there's 10. That's bad. No polygamy. But out of the 10, there's 5 who are not yoked, who don't have their oil. They weren't prepared. But here they are listening to this, watching this, they're going to. And they're going to run, and they're going to find their oil, and they're going to bring it to me. My door might be locked, or I might leave it open for one of you. And I'll be waiting at the altar so that we can go ahead and help fix the world, because I can't do it alone. I can't. Now I pray that those are the 5 continents, because there's 2 other continents. America. It doesn't want to see me yet, but I'm seen in Africa. I'm seen in the Middle East. I'm seen in China. Yeah, you're shocked about that one. Asia loves me. I respect them. They're smart souls, good brains, valuable assets. They're my neighbors. They moved into my hometown to come be closer to me, because I want to give back and love my neighbors more than every one of you do. Excuse me. So I'm going to get ready for the day. I'm going to shut this down. I'm going to put all my devices on chargers, because I'm sitting around 1% on everyone. Hold me, hold me, hold me. I'm going to go pray to God for all of you. I got that strength that I can handle it. Have faith in me. Give me your trust. Again, because on that dollar bill it says, "In God we trust," but a lot of people don't trust money, that they went and moved on to electronics. I don't trust money either. It's in the hands of the wrong people. And it failed our nations. It failed. There's no possibility, no way, that 2 people ago, let's call it that, 2 people, let's make it simple terms, in age-wise, less than 100 years, we've gone from items being of minimal cost. Let's use cars for an example. You can get a 1962 Dodge Charger. Book value $2,500 back then. You're looking to spend $50,000 on that vehicle today, but you'd only insure it for the $2,500 it was worth back then. There's a problem. There's a problem in the equations, and people don't know how to do math. That they're trying to create their own mathematical structure and justify it in their own terms. I'm putting an end to that. That's who I am, and that's what I'm here for. It's why God put me in this purpose, in this place, for my future and my hope. You're talking to Jeremiah. You are in Babylon, and I'm babbling on. So here I am this week, making my way to that hot seat here in Massachusetts. I need to buy a house on Drury Lane because I know a baker, and it's getting a little too hot in his kitchen. He's getting the squeeze put on him. Thank you, Marty. Thank you, Menino, for all the mumbles and being my neighbor. It's amazing. God bless. Have a great day. And I pray that your week and your life and your loves can be glorious for you. Enjoy the life that we live now in the new world. 2021 AC after Christ. Because Keeks is here, and they say he comes back, and I say I came back, but I also never left. That's the divinity of the story. My Father lifted me up from the ashes, put me in my tomb, gave me rest, gave me food, put a roof over my head, and I'm thankful to you, Zacchaeus. I'm thankful, Jim, Diego, a man with many names, a man with many entities. We must be the most ultimate mob members, huh? In a good way. Because we're going to do it right by people. I'm going to make sure the money goes to the right places. So that your souls and your guilt can go away. Because when you hide your money under a mattress and you're afraid that the government's going to take it for their own tax benefit, I'd like to be able to take that and change their idea of a tax benefit and put it towards the people that could use it. And I thank you. Not giving them a handout. No, they're going to earn it. They're going to earn it by working on themselves with people who can help them work on it. Undivided attention by these human service resource workers who have been getting their degrees and putting them in closets and going and doing little jobs for the people that just want to make money for their own families. That's what I'm avoiding, is to go work for that. I'm a family businessman. I understand what that means, is you're putting food on your table, but I am here to put food on everyone else's table. I'm well fed. I'm a monster. I feed. I eat. I'm a lion. I wait till the very end of the day. I wait till everyone else eats before me. I'm the pride of the fleet. And I'm thankful for it. To be beaten down, so battered and so bloody, that now I get to stand up and be the new beginning. Always have been. So welcome to paradise. In a world of hell. We're going to get through it, and we're going to flip it right upside down, right? It's going to start right here on my ground, and I'm going to make my way out there, even though they came to me first, and I'm making my way to them, but I told them I have to get through this power structure first. I have to. It's our government that feeds the arms. For everyone overseas, they're feeding the war. We feed the war that we decided to jump in and fight. We're not mediators, we're instigators. And I'm sorry for that. I'm here to be a mediator. And I know a pretty good governor who wanted to be a mediator. And he's got a pretty soft voice just like mine. Arnold's on the other side of the country. We got a wrestler up north. And I got Kid Rock up in Detroit. You don't have to be a political or professional figure. Fireman, medic. And in every way the enemy is trying to make it so that I falter. When really I've never actually faltered. I've always said, say what you want. Those are bad words to use, because they do. They say what they want, and they do what they want. And they walked all over me, and they trampled me underfoot. They trampled the lion. No more. 25 minutes is enough. That's my tithe. Amen. God bless. See you later.